There we go. Is it working now? Yeah. All right. There it is. Yeah. When all else fails, click what you're looking at and not look at what you're not clicking. Hey, everybody. We're getting ready to start doing tailgating with Cottonwood Trails Gold Camp on Tuesday nights. We're going to be doing this from like 7 to 7:45-ish, 8 o'clock. The library closes at 8. So until I can get a signal booster and get back down at camp to do this, I'm kind of limited on their time schedule of when I can be in here. So there we go. So, all right. So basically, right now, this is just a trial period thing. We're going to see if we can get going on Tuesday nights. We're going to be talking about camp, things going on like right now. Still got a few left over from the OSPA outing this weekend. Had a really good outing, for especially for their first outing being down there. I figure, the 15, 18 people they had were pretty good because it was their first outing here at camp. So had a lot of people come in, a lot of campers. Not used to that. Usually a lot of tent campers, but this time around we had like a whole 2 tent campers, and then we ended up with everybody in campers and everything. So that was a treat to see if I could get them in there and parked around and everything, and had plenty of room for everybody. So um, did find out that down by my dredge, Mother Nature put a security system in down by my dredge. There were some guys test panning everything down in the area, and got into a mess of hornets that's like 2 foot off the top of my dredge. So they warned me to be careful when I go down there by my dredge because there's a hornet's nest that is formed like right above it. So I'll be going down there either tonight or tomorrow night when it's dark and I know all the hornets are at home, and be relocating them to a better place, whether that be dead or drown is dead still. But I'm going to get rid of those hornets so I can go down there and dredge. So, and yeah, PA, I did get my hair cut. Um, been crawling around on the ground and everything all day, and come up and had a small little tick crawling on my arm, and decided there was no way in the world in all that hair I'd be able to find a tick if it was in my hair. So my wife woke up to me looking like a Cabbage Patch Kid. So yeah. Um, I haven't added anybody to this. I don't know how. If anybody wants to come in and shout and talk to me and teach me how to add somebody to this broadcast and be able to add people, um, show me how to do this so I can figure out how to do it later on and have a little better broadcast than just me talking to myself. So, so right now we got um, next outing here at camp is going to be August, and I do believe it's going to be the 11th, 12th, and 13th. If you look on the events page, again, I guess I should have wrote that down. I had it in my head, but didn't really remember the date. So I think it's 11th, 12th, 13th. We're going to have the Dog Days of August outing down there. Anybody wants to come in and beat the heat with a little bit of dredging and see what kind of the find what kind of gold and everything we can get into, and have a good weekend. Um, I'll be having a dinner on Saturday nights. Uh, we're going to eat around 6 o'clock and everything. So, if we have a dinner and enough people down there, we'll see what we can throw together. Might smoke some pork butt and have some pulled pork. I don't know. Just depends on how many we have show up. So I'm told if I click the invite and copy the link and go down here and see if I can paste it. There it is. Right click. There we go. Paste. And then send. Hey, that should work. Cool. So what's everybody else got going on out there? Somebody let me know in chat. See, we're going vinegar mixed with water, spray bottle, keep the ticks off. I eat enough garlic. I've never in my life had a tick attached to me because I eat enough garlic on everything. But it was crawling on me, and I decided that if you'd have seen my hair 4 months ago, it's pretty long, that I wasn't even going to take a chance of having one in my hair. So I just went ahead and shaved it all off. It needed shaved off 2 years ago anyway. I'm 53 years old. I don't need to be hair down the middle of my back. So well, somebody click on that link and show me how to add people to this show. Hopefully we can last longer than the 10 minutes we did last time doing this, because I'm talking to myself and I hate hearing myself talk. So what do y'all got going on right now? Anybody in the water? Anybody finding any gold? Chat up and speak out. Pop in here and let me see it. Tell me what you got going on. So I probably shouldn't have. Oh, hey, cool. I got extra cameras and slides and file videos and share screen. Hey, I'm clicking on stuff I probably shouldn't be clicking on until I get this thing figured out. But guest, look down at the bottom and see guests to see if anybody popped in. Well, where do I find the bottom at? Yeah, I'm looking at my computer screen and I see nothing at the bottom that says guest. Oh, there we go. There we
What's
go.
up, Jim?
Hey, what's going on?
How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling fine. I'm doing all right. Just trying to figure this daggum thing out so I can start doing a show on Tuesday nights.
You're doing all right, man. You got it. You're live now, and we can hear you. And you got me pulled up, so you're doing okay, man.
Yeah, you're not getting any echo or anything, are you?
No feedback, no.
Okay. Well,
Tablet.
I wasn't sure if the speaker would start echoing back in at you or not.
No,
right
not at
now,
all. Usually I have a tablet or something with me so I can read chat because it's kind of hard to do it on.
Yeah, that's what I got going on over here. Is I got my phone over here reading chat because it seems to keep up a little faster than what StreamYard does here.
Yeah, you just keep it turned down on the YouTube side, and you should be good.
Yeah. Okay. So
I got nothing really going on till this weekend. I'm going down Lucky Strike and picking up my hoses for my new high banker. Same one that Scott got. And I got a 2.5-inch dreadnought suction nozzle for it. So I'm getting that hooked up this weekend.
Right. Well, didn't you just get back from Lucky Strike?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. We go down every 4 or 5 weeks.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you're down there quite a bit. Right. Well, didn't you just get back from Lucky Strike?
Yep. So I'm pretty excited about getting this dredge hooked up.
Yeah. Yeah, you got the Gold Hog Raptor?
Uh-huh.
Cool. Cool.
I'm gonna replace the top section with a combo dredge mat
Oh, yeah.
for the dredge, yeah.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I get rid of the Hornets, I'm going to go down and do some dredging. Last night I was doing some flips, getting some garnets and sapphires and everything. Was showing them guys how to do that, and so I've been messing around with that. And I finally finished up those 23 buckets of material I had to do flips on, and then I went to put the buckets up, turn around, and look, and it's like, oh crap, I forgot I had two more that I just brought up last week. So after I run them through the gold cube, now I got to do the flips on them, try to get the garnets out of them.
Is your daughter still helping you with that? I know you had said she loves to help you with all that.
Well, the daughter ain't helping me too much with anything right now. She found out last week she's pregnant again. So,
all right.
And then we're trying to plan this wedding and everything for October. So she's got her hands full with that.
Are you still doing the end of season party in October?
Probably, yeah. That'll be probably end up being the week before her wedding. She's doing her wedding on like the 21st, I think, whatever that Saturday is, or the 20th, and then we'll have our party, our end of the year party in October on the weekend of my birthday. So we'll still be doing
cool.
that.
Let me know, man. I'm trying to get out there for that.
Okay. Okay. And I know OSPA is talking about having another outing in October as well. And I already told them, said any weekend but the 20th. So I don't know if they're going to come out and join us for the end of the season party or what their plans are. But I know they want to come back in October. They wanted to do it the weekend of the 20th because that's their normal meeting. I said, hey, that just ain't going to work out. Because, well, we're actually having the wedding down there at camp. So.
Oh, wow. That's going to be cool.
Yeah, well, old Dad finally said, plans have changed like 4 times in the last 3 weeks. I'm done. We're going to have the wedding at camp, and figure it out from there because Dad just couldn't. I was starting to get more gray hair because they couldn't make up their mind. They had like 3 different venues in like 4 different weeks. I'm just like, I'm done. We're going to do this at camp. Shannon said the same thing. She says, we're done. She said, you guys can't make up your mind. We're not getting any planning done because you're too busy changing everything. She wants a Disney wedding, but it's 3 different Disney princesses. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but we are having it down at camp and everything. And, I'm glad they're getting married and stuff, but, so I got to leave that weekend open and going to get the big tent and everything down there and get set up and let them get married down there. So
that is really cool, man.
Yeah. Doing a lot of stuff down there right now. Just keeping busy.
Yes, sir. So. Yeah, I'm getting slammed at work. It's hard to even get time off now, man, because we sat around for 2 months waiting for that job to kick off, and now it's like nonstop, and they still want to finish on a certain date. So I've been really busy at work.
Right.
Yeah, I tried to take off this Friday and Monday, and they're like, we don't have nobody to cover. Everybody's on vacation.
Right.
So I couldn't get off, but it's all right.
Well, right now, I'd like to take a vacation. But
yeah.
You got to get that gold. You got to get something done.
Yep. I'm headed up to Vermont the end of for the Labor Day weekend, so that's going to be a cool trip.
Oh, yeah?
The Green Mountains, yeah.
Are you going to be able to dredge in Vermont, or is it all
hands
and pans, or
they don't even like you running a sluice there, let alone dredging that,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those states, huh?
Yeah, I have a Green Mountain Gold Trap, which is patented as a classifier. So I'm gonna try. The guy who sold it to me is taking me out to one of his secret spots, man, where he finds a lot of nice gold. And there's been a lot of flooding out there, so it's changed everything. One of Heath's buddies, Heath 30's buddies.
Yeah.
And Joseph from Green Mountain Gold Trap. He he said we can use the gold traps up there though, so
Yeah.
that's cool, you know.
Yeah.
So I can,
How's Heath doing? I haven't seen him on any of the shows or around or even putting out any videos or anything here in a while. He doing all right?
I talked to him on Joseph's thread. Um, he's been busy working and stuff like that, so I guess he's been busy. Not sure if he's been out or not, but we were trying to see if he was going to go up to Vermont. So
Right.
hopefully he can make it. You
Yeah.
know,
Good.
Wrench is coming out there with us, so that's going to be fun.
Wrench is coming out there.
Yeah. I'm going to take him out on his first adventure.
He couldn't make it to Indiana, but he takes off out there. I'm gonna hold it.
I don't think he was around too much when we came out to Indiana. You know, he's kind of new to the community, and
Right.
so you know, this is the Green Mountain. This is the Green Mountain Gold Trap. It's a fluid bed sluice box, and it's got a capture tray here,
Right.
and you just shovel right onto the top of the material here, and it shoots all the big stuff off. All the smalls goes through the grate into the catch pan.
Right.
And then it's
kind of built like that bazooka sluice, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, same theory. It's got that fluid bed catch in there.
Yep.
Okay.
So you're allowed to use this out there in Vermont. So I'm gonna take this with me, you know. And again, Joseph makes them. He has a whole bunch of them. He's trying to sell. So
yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
It really can't.
I saw DB pop in there and said they were going to leave a thumbs up and get back to evening chores. Don't work too hard, you know, but thanks for stopping by and at least saying hi. Let me know.
Oh, DB's awesome.
You know? So
she's good people.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and Shane Bennett. Hello to Shane.
Shane's a good guy. He found some nice nuggets last week, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, out there in Australia. 4 or 5 of them in one hole. They were digging down, you know.
Right. I wish I knew. Of course, the pictures aren't on my computer, so I can't attach it from my computer. But I got a picture earlier from Dustin, and he sent me a picture of his gold cleanup from the last 2 trips down, man. It looks sweet. Down where he's out down below the sandbar there on the south end, and he's dredging around that corner. He's doing really
where on at the camp?
Yeah, down at camp.
Nice.
Yeah, but I don't have the pictures on my computer. They're on my phone, and I wouldn't know how to attach them anyway to show the picture of it. But I'll be posting them up on the camp page here soon. You know,
right? So I still don't know how to add pictures.
As soon as I make sure it's all right with him to share his pictures, you know, because he sent me some pretty good pictures and stuff of the gold he's been getting his last 2 trips down.
Yeah, you can. You need your laptop, and I think you can share a screen.
Oh yeah.
So if you have them downloaded to your laptop, you can open them up in a different window, and then you can click share screen.
Oh, okay. Would that be the little TV looking thing here? There it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Share screen. There it is. I see it. So I'd have to download it onto
your laptop.
Right.
And then you open that up in a different page, and you can share that page, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, you can put videos up there or whatever you want to do, and you can share them, and it'll pop up on the side, you know.
All right, great. Well, like I said, it'd take me a while to figure this out, but my intention is right now I got to come up here to the library because I don't have Wi-Fi signal down there. But as soon as I get a booster, and we've already looked into the booster and everything, then I want to start doing this live from camp, like on Tuesday nights and everything, and then be able to, you know, if by chance I have enough material and enough stuff to talk about, be able to go past 8 o'clock, go from like 7 to 9 or whatever. I doubt if I ever have enough to do a 2-hour show, but you know, I guess it depends. On what I'm doing.
I've been doing mine for a while now, and this last show passed into 2 hours. You know,
right?
And we just sit there, bring different people up, and chat, and have a good time. You know,
right. So
and it kind of happened.
But we've already looked into what booster and everything to get. So as soon as I get it put up and
how about Starlink? Have you looked into that?
Yeah. Have you looked into the price of Starlink?
I know it's like out of this world.
Yeah, I think, and don't quote me on that, but I think it was like $250 a month.
Wow.
And I thought, not in this lifetime. You know, it'd be different if I was famous and getting paid for this, but I'm neither. So, and yeah, I'm not spending $250 a month to be able to broadcast and things like that. And then you get something like that, and the next thing you know, I'm watching TV instead of sorting gemstones and stuff. You know, that's the one thing about not having service out there. I don't have to worry about TV and this, that, and the other. So I either got to sort through garnets and sapphires, things like that, or sit there and watch melodrama in the news. And both of them don't interest me that much.
Nah, I haven't watched the news in years, man.
Oh, it's funny. I get people ask me, said, "Have you seen such and such a show?" And blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I haven't found the
No.
channel to plug my TV into yet. Sorry." You know, we got a hellacious collection of movies though, because like that, we go down on Friday nights or whatever, go shopping. And it's like, all right, haven't seen this movie, and this one was good back in the '80s, and we haven't seen that.
Uh-huh.
We'll grab 2 or 3 extra movies. We sit
Back
around,
when TV was good and
yeah,
humor was funny.
yeah, yeah. Back when you could offend people and not worry about
Their
people
feelings
blocking
getting hurt.
stuff, right? So we sit around and watch a movie or two once in a while, and then the daughter benefits too, because after a while, I got so many movies sitting around. It's like, we sort through them and ship them to her house because just to make room for the new ones.
Yeah, I remember you talking about the weight of all the DVDs in the camper and all that.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. That was one thing when we had the camper. It's like you don't think about it too much, but why don't you just grab you a handful of about 25 movies and weigh them, you know? And it's just added extra weight to the camper. So yeah, we kind of limit ourselves to how many we put in the camper for traveling and everything, just because of the weight. You don't think about it too much. It's just a DVD until you got 25 or 30 of them, you know.
Hmm.
So, but
Yeah, I got to watch that on mine. I have a single axle.
yeah, yeah. At least yeah, mine have the tandem axle and everything to it. But you know, how you been doing weather-wise out there? You been getting any rain or being able to
Yeah, we're
get on
getting
the
the
beach?
summer storms. We're getting the summer storms, between
Yeah,
3 and 6. And today we had some whoppers.
yeah.
It's calmed down now though.
Well, knock on wood, really hard. They've been skipping around us. The other night we got the rainfall. We didn't get the wind and the lightning and everything else. But it's funny. Shannon come in. She said I had to come in. She was talking to Allie on the phone. I had to come in. It's raining. Like, how hard is it raining? She said it's just sprinkling. And I looked out the window. It's like, good thing you came in. She's like, well, I said I can't see the blacktop from here. And as it came across the field, it's like I couldn't see halfway to the blacktop from here. It
Yeah.
rained a solid, honest to goodness inch in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was down at Lucky Strike, and we were getting storms every day. And I
Yeah.
was dragging the high banker out of the creek every day, and guys are looking at me like, "What are you doing? Why are you dragging the high banker out of the creek?" I'm like, "Because it might rain and get washed away. I ain't having that happen."
Yeah. But you know
But
that
thankfully, it didn't come up.
inch of rain in 20 minutes right down on top of us raised the water level a whole 2.5 inches. It didn't raise the water level at all. Where when you were down and we got that rain, it raised it up a foot and a half, stuff like this. It was so
Yeah,
dry that inch of rain. Now it didn't all soak in because it came down so fast and so hard, but it didn't even
right.
make the water muddy, and it only raised it about 2 inches.
that,
I'm telling everybody,
that,
hey, get your stuff off the water. That was an inch of rain in 20 minutes.
uh-huh.
Oh, it'll be all right. We got our stuff tied out. I'm like, okay. I walked down the next morning and went, you're kidding me, right? Because it didn't raise
Everything
at
was
all.
fine, right?
It didn't raise at all. I'm like scratching my head going, what the
That
hell?
morning we woke up, the pumps were underwater.
Yeah, yeah. When we woke up, all of our pumps were underwater. And I'm going, that's just back asswards as hell. You know what I mean? It's like, that was a solid, I checked the rain gauge and it was a solid inch of rain in 20 minutes. And then
I felt bad for Grease because his mats washed out of his high banker. That sucked.
right.
Uh,
But yeah, it's like it's crazy. And then that's about all the rain we've had all week, and I think it rained a little bit last night, about a quarter inch last night. just
Right.
enough knock dust down. And trust me, the dust needed knocked down, so it was all right. But the creek really hasn't done anything major at all since you guys left, and
Hmm.
so.
I'm glad I put my stuff up on top of that hill, man, before I got out of that creek that day.
Uh-oh, my camera died. That wasn't
Camera
good.
went on.
My camera died. That wasn't very nice at all. There we go. Now
There
I'm
you go.
back.
Playing with the buttons again, Jim?
No, I didn't touch a button. I'm just like all of a sudden it's like the screen went blank. I was like, hello. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, I didn't lose audio, but it lost the camera for some reason.
Now your audio
Probably
stayed on.
didn't necessarily.
I've been noticing with StreamYard since they did the update, if you don't
Mhm.
touch the screen every once in a while,
Right.
it'll turn off.
Okay.
I
Okay.
would sit there playing on Sunday night and they would say, "Hey, you're off camera, man." I'm like, "Oh," and then I would touch
Right.
the screen and it would come back on. It's
So,
pretty weird.
once in a while, just drag the little arrow across the screen and do little figure eights with it, and it'll be all right.
So you can let it know that you're still there.
Right. Right. Well, and the thing is, I don't think I've updated yet. I don't think I've got the update because I just put this on there the other day, and it's already
Hmm.
telling me I've got an update available. So you're telling me not to update it? 'Cause I notice I put an
Uh,
update on my phone and it
you're,
screws my phone up. Um,
yeah, you're probably gonna need the update though. So
yeah. All right. Hey, Luke, dude, what's going on, buddy? So,
Luke Duke, what's going on, my man?
yeah. And I got a new security system. I don't know if you heard me talking about that earlier. A hornet built a nest like 2 foot above my dredge. Big old hornet's nest.
Hanging from a tree or something?
Yeah, hanging from a tree above my dredge.
Wow.
Them guys were walking around and everything, and all of a sudden one of them got lit up and looked around, and one of the scout hornets just gave him enough of a zap to let him know he was getting too close. So
Yeah, Nebo was down in at his property down in North Carolina, and he was clearing out the path towards his mine that he found, and they lit him up. The ground hornets got him. He jumped out of the machine and started running. They stung him like 30 times, man. He got
oh,
lit
no
up.
kidding.
Yeah.
I hate ground hornets. I was out on a trail ride one time, and all the wagon train and everything went over in front of us, and we were kicked back on the horses back behind them, all drinking our Crown Royal, and they had all the ground hornets stirred up, and all of a sudden the horses started sidestepping and bucking and everything. Like, what the hell's wrong with these horses? And about the time they got us, we realized what was wrong with them. Like, I
Yeah, they
hate
were
ground
getting lit up.
hornets. Yeah, I hate ground hornets.
The one guy up there, he showed me around the claim. Like we belong to the club.
Mm-hmm.
It's $100 a year to join, and then $20 a month. There's 100 acres over there of old tailings piles from back in the 1800s, hand dug by slaves and all that.
Right.
And he was showing me around, man. He took me on like a 3 hour tour, man. I can't wait to get back down there and get in them claims.
Yeah.
But there's ground hornets everywhere. You dig into the ground, you could hit a nest, man, and they light you up, So I'm waiting until it gets cooler in the fall.
It may be a little harder, and you have to have a pick to break up the daggum ground. But I'd be waiting that ground froze. Piss on
Yeah.
that.
I mean, these tailings piles are 5, 10, 8 feet tall, man. Big
Yeah.
giant mounds. I can't wait to get down there and get into them. The only
Yeah.
thing is you got to pump up from the creek, which is, I don't know, 300 feet maybe. So we're going to need
Yeah.
some extra hose to pump up,
Right.
and maybe a catch pond or something, and
Yeah.
another pump from there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's
What club's
going to be
that?
fun. It's called Vane Mountain Recreational Club.
Vane Mountain
Down,
Recreational Club. So it's down there around Thermal City and all that.
yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, 100 acres. It's a lot of land. There's a lot of tailings piles back there. I can't wait to get down there and get in them. So they didn't have the equipment we have. You know what I mean? They found the bigger gold that they can carry
Yeah.
and see, and they, and all that stuff has real fine gold in it, man. I can't wait to get into some of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that I got the dredge and all that.
I was gonna say if you got enough hose in the pump to pump it.
Yeah, I'm going to buy some extra lengths, and I think
Yeah.
Scott's going to pick up a couple extra lengths. We'll get it.
Yeah.
There's actually some flexible PVC pipe down there that
Right.
they ran from the ponds up, and then we can just connect to that, as long as we leave it and take care of it while we're there. If you need to get some fittings for it, we'll get some
Right.
fittings.
Yeah.
So
Build you a hose tree where you can run a couple pieces of equipment off of it.
yep.
So that's what I'm going to do with
Mhm.
that 4-inch pump I got. If I ever get it running and slow down long enough and take the time to get that motor running, I'm going to take that 4-inch pump, and then I'm going to build a hose tree, because that thing ought to pump enough water to run 2 or 3 or 4 high bankers off of at the same time, and build a hose tree where everybody can come up and hook their equipment into and just run one pump.
Yep.
Have
Luke Duke says
a valve to
he's
shut it
working.
off. Huh?
Luke Duke says he's working. Just reading chat, Jim.
Oh yeah. No, that's wrong, dude. No, working.
Yeah, it's too late to be working.
Hey, I give that stuff up for Lent, and that ought to tell you how devoted I am that I give it up for Lent, because I'm not even Catholic. I'm giving stuff up for Lent, and I'm not even Catholic, and work's one of them. I don't like that work. I give that stuff up a long time ago. Not that long ago, but long enough ago I don't know what to do about it anymore.
I'm trying to get out within the next 10 years, you know what I mean, of working.
Right. Well, at least the working I'm doing is work I enjoy doing. I don't have to answer to a boss and show up at any certain time of the day, and nobody's telling me what I am or am not going to do anymore. So,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah, I like building stuff, man. I'm still enjoying it.
right.
I mean, some days I have bad days, like the last day or two, but other than that, yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy building stuff.
Right. Oh, he's building control arms for a Camaro. First gen Camaro control arms. Well, I see something like that I could enjoy, rebuilding and making something that works right. But hey, while we're talking about clubs and everything, Southern chapter of the GPAA over here in Indiana is going to have their outing August the 12th over at Gatesville. So if anybody's in Indiana and listening, or just wants to travel over, it's the same weekend as my outing at camp, but I'm going to try to break away and go over for their meeting for a little bit. Anyway, their meeting's at 1:00. I probably won't get any prospecting done over there, but I do want to run over for
Right.
their meeting and stuff. But if anybody wants to, camp there and come to my place, or camp at my place and go to there, got 2 different things going on all in Southern Indiana. So I'll have my Dog Days of August outing that weekend, the 11th, 12th, and 13th, and then Gatesville will have their GPAA club outing over at Gatesville, and their meeting's at 1:00. And they usually have a pitch-in lunch or whatever. I assume they're going to still do that. I didn't see that part. Matter of fact, they didn't even have a listing up for their event yet, so I went ahead and listed an event on their page for them, because they didn't have anything letting anybody know what was going on.
Right.
So,
I should get my butt to one of them. I've been a member for a year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're 43 miles apart, straight down the highway, so it's like,
That's not far at all.
no, run back and forth and stuff. I'm going to try. Definitely going to make it over for their meeting. I doubt if I get any prospecting done, because I'll be at camp doing my own stuff at my camp. And that's the problem. A lot of times I can't win. It doesn't matter when I schedule something. I'm always throwing the lid to my Mountain Dew. I'm always scheduling something when somebody else has something going on. Well, like this weekend, I would have loved to gone up to Muskellunge with Martin Tuckbaum and all them. And he's like, "Hey, man, you coming up to Michigan?" It's like, dude, OSPA's got a week-long outing at my place. I can't come up there right now, And
That's about 6-7 hours from you, right?
yeah, right around 7 or 8 hours. Yeah,
Yeah.
But, Martin comes down all the time to my camp and hangs out and stuff during the wintertime when it's too cold in Michigan. And right now is the time of year when it's not too cold up there. Then I got stuff going on. So the OSP outing ended up being the same time as his Muskellunge outing. And then I'm having the Dog Days of August outing the same weekend as, Southern chapter's having their meeting and outing over at Gatesville, 43 mile away. But if I try to pick up on another weekend, then I'm bumping up against, the Buckeye chapter in Ohio or the Central chapter in Indiana. It's like, I can't
Something
win.
always going on.
It doesn't matter what weekend I pick. There's only 4 of them in a month, So
Yep.
inevitably I make somebody mad because I scheduled something, that's our weekend. We always have something on our weekend. Sorry about it, dude. There's 4 of them in a month. I got to pick one, So I kind of try to spread the wealth a little bit. That way I can just make everybody mad. You know what I mean?
Starting to sound like YouTube. You're taking my time slot. That's my time slot.
Right. And, whatever, ain't none of us getting famous or getting rich doing this, whatever, it's free airwave. If they're going to be here, they're going to be here. And that's what I always say about camp too. If they want to be here, they're going to be here.
You got to get it in when you get it in.
Right. If they want to be here, they'll be here. If they don't, they won't. So,
Yep.
but yeah, and that's something else I'm going to try to do on Tuesday nights is let everybody know what other outings are going on for other groups, and share it. I'm not all about if you're not at my place, you're wrong. You know what I mean? There's other groups out there doing other things and having good times and finding decent gold and everything. So, I want to kind of spread that around too, that Southern chapter is doing this. And so if somebody wants to message me, if you got something going on, send me a message or whatever. So when I do this on Tuesday nights, I can tell somebody what's coming up the next weekend or a couple weeks down the road so they can plan. I'm not all about if you're not at my place, you're wrong type deal. No, I'm telling you. Same weekend, I've got something going on. Southern chapter's got something going on. The week after that, so-and-so's got something going on. If I know about it, I can help tell people. I'm a long way away from a lot of people. I may tell you about something going on that Buckeye chapter and over Ohio's got going on. That hey, it's just closer for you, more convenient.
Mm-hmm.
So,
or if you're in my area, you can come here. If you're in their area, you can go there.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It just one of the things I really would like to get up to Muskellunge with Martin, and run some of that Michigan Beach Gold. And it looks like they had a really good time. I just looking at the pictures and everything, looks like they had a pretty big turnout. Had some kids out there running the recirculating equipment and everything. So I hope
little beach boxes and all that. Yeah. Did were they at Superior, Lake Superior?
Muskellunge State Park, I believe, is where they were at.
Yeah.
Muskellunge Beach or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Muskellunge outing. I know that. I don't know if it's just the beach or if it's state park area they're allowed to prospect on or what have you. But
so I'm looking at the calendar, Jim. You're saying that your end of the year party is going to be the 14th, 15th, 13th, 14th, 15th.
Yeah, whatever weekend's closest to the 16th, because that's my birthday. And
okay,
yeah. So if it's like Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, like you say it's the 14th, 15th, and 16th, or 13th, 14th, and 15th.
Friday's the 13th, Saturday the 14th, and Sunday the 15th.
Oh, great! Friday the 13th. That's a hell of a way to start off an outing. That'll be the end of the year outing, my birthday outing, and the Halloween outing all at once. Friday.
And then you got a wedding the next week.
And then the wedding the next week. Yeah, that's gonna go great.
Yeah, man. So if you're listening, you want to get out there in the end and find some gold, man, get out there on the 13th, 14th, and 15th.
Yeah, that's when we'll be doing that one. And like I said, since I now know that the Southern chapter's outing's on the 12th of August, that means it's that weekend. It's the same weekend as the Dog Days outing. I'm going to start packing up. I'm going to keep it on. I'm just going to shut my phone off and everything. You'll go, there ain't no gold in Michigan. I know that, can do. There ain't no gold in Michigan. That all got shipped in on donkeys. All got shipped in on donkeys, and it's fool's gold. So I'm going to kind of pack up while I'm talking to you.
Can do. What's up?
They did say that like the library closes at 8, but they're closing up these rooms at 7:45.
Okay.
But I should still have signal, even if I step outside. Because the other day when I did this, I did it from the truck, from their driveway. So let me turn off my camera, mute the camera. Can you still hear me that way?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Then I can walk around the room and talk to you. and then I'll pack everything up and we'll just go outside and run this from outside. Like I said, all the learning experience.
It's all good, brother.
Hey, like well, when we get the booster, then I'll be able to do this from camp and won't have to worry about being on a time schedule and stuff like that. So we'll see how long my battery lasts this way. Or did it die already? Oh, okay.
You're still there.
Oh, okay. I said, see how long my battery lasts, and I got dead silence. I'm standing behind the computer. I thought, shit, it already died. That damn thing died, and I didn't even get to walk around the table yet. So cool. They're nice enough to let me have this little room. Let me put it back in shape for me anyway.
That's pretty neat that they rent out. Did they rent it to you? Or you can just go in there for free.
Now, all I got to do is reserve it.
Nice.
And it doesn't cost anything to have it or anything. You just got to reserve it and let them know that you need it. That way, if somebody else has got it or whatever. I didn't want the whole conference room. I just figured they had a little bitty room somewhere to tuck me off into, but they give me a conference room like I was going to have 30 people in the room.
It's just me.
Yeah, no, it's just me. So next time I'll just get one of the study rooms or whatever. Or if I'm
Lewis S. Outdoors came in the house.
Yeah, Lewis S. and Benzo.
Benzo Gold.
Benzo. Can do. Lewis S. Hey, how y'all guys doing?
Benzo says, howdy, Creekside dinner time.
Looks like your camera was unplugged. No, I shut it off. Don't tell me I unplugged my camera. See, StreamYard don't even know what's going on. I shut the daggum camera off for a minute until I can get back outside. Doesn't sound like the wind's going to be as bad as last time I did this from a truck. I didn't realize it until I got home and watched my own broadcast. Like, Jesus, that wind was terrible. I couldn't hear it on my end, but boy, I could hear it when I watched the recording.
I picked up one of them DJI cameras and did a metal detecting video, and it was really windy, man. And right. I didn't think it was that windy when I shot the video. I had the head camera on and all, and I'm gonna have to do something about that.
Right. Well, and I wondered, if you could hook GoPro camera up to this or what have you. I don't know. Here, let me do this. Oh wait, I'm gonna do this after I go get a cigarette out of the truck. I'll turn the camera back on in a minute. The bonus about coming outside the library, I can actually smoke a cigarette. Did the camera come back on? Hey, cool.
Yep, there you
go. Probably got too much glare behind me, don't I?
You can always turn around.
Well, we're not tailgating at the moment. We're on the hood of the truck. But yeah, don't be on the hood of the truck in the evenings because the sun is setting behind you. So we'll fix that and we will actually go tailgating. How's that work? I can walk around with a computer in the middle of the parking lot and be annoying as sin and sit on the tailgate. And leave it to me to leave my, there we go. That's not nearly as bad. And leave it to me to leave the Mountain Dew on the hood of the truck. I'll be back. So anyhow, since the dredge has got the wildlife security system going, and I probably won't get to destroying that security system tonight, I will probably take and run the high banker up in camp. I got to get to running some gold. That's the one thing about this. I didn't take the time to run any gold this weekend, which was probably a bonus to me because I'm not the one that discovered the hornets that way. So somebody else found the hornets.
Did they get them?
Yeah, it lit one of them up. And the other guy's allergic to bees, so he screams bees and takes off running for the deepest water he could find. So he did find my dredge hole, to make sure they didn't get him. But yeah, they were up there walking around on the sandbar, and I haven't actually gone down and seen the hornet's nest yet. But one guy says it's up toward the sandbar, and one guy says it's over my dredge, or down. The quotation was down around my dredge. So somewhere down there in the general area is a hornet's nest, and it's going to be dark before I get home, so I don't want to try to find it in the dark. I'll find it during the daylight tomorrow, and then get rid of it in the dark tomorrow night.
Right.
But I bet Can-Do didn't make it to the Muskellunge outing this weekend either, did he?
Oh, I was going to ask him if he went. I think he was saying something about it. At least piqued his interest, I believe.
Right.
Did you make it out there, Can-Do?
Did he make it to? He's in chat. I didn't know if he made it to the Muskellunge outing or not. I don't think he did.
But now again, that was on Lake Superior, right?
Yeah, if that's where Muskellunge is, yeah, I don't have any clue where Muskellunge is up there. So
Miss Can-Do said that's probably the nest that got Brewers.
Oh, Brewers got lit up? So that nest has been there longer than I knew about then. I didn't realize one of them got Brewer too.
Yeah, that was from July 4th, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so that nest has been down there longer than I've known about. Well, if it's been since July 4th, then it's not over top of my dredge because I was down there running my dredge that weekend. So it must be up there on the sandbar somewhere. My dredge was up above them, probably about 30 yards or so.
Can-Do said Ed came through town yesterday on his way to Muskellunge Bay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Can-Do must not have made it.
Yeah. Well, I knew he said he had something going on. I think on the last show, I think he said something about a football coach or something being at one of the bars or what have you, or up in that neck of the woods. So I didn't know if he's going to make it or not. I don't know if Martin's still up around Muskellunge or not. I know he had the outing there this weekend. But yeah, if you all get a chance, check out Great Lakes Concentrates. See what he's got going on. He does concentrate bags and everything from his Muskellunge finds. Martin does. So
Great Lakes Concentrate, is that his YouTube channel name?
That's what his pay dirt bags are called. I don't know if you find him on YouTube or not. It's Martin Touchbaum, and he does great. Like that bag that you guys ran off on a race for Brewers and everything. It's Great Lakes Concentrates. So did Ed get to stop by and see him on his way through?
He did say that Ed did come through. He did say Ed came through on his way up there. So yeah, I think he stopped by.
Didn't know if he got to catch him on his way through or if he's going to catch him on the way home. I know it's supposed to be like passing within about a mile or two from him.
Yeah. Always a good time with Can-Do. If you can get to meet up with him, that's a good time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably be later on this fall or next spring before I'm able to make it to Muskellunge. I'm going to break down and get up there for sure, though, because I want to get up there with Martin. I'd like to do it later on this fall, but with the wedding and everything, it's not looking promising.
Can-Do said he's not too far from Lake Superior. Get up there with that Luke Duke sluice, Can-Do. I would like to get up there myself, check that out, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I've watched Martin run, and he bought that Gold Cube trommel deal when he was
Mm-hmm.
down there at camp and brought it down. He ran it for a little bit. I don't know if he uses that on the beach or not. Probably not. The material's so light at the beach, he probably doesn't need that trommel. But I know he
Right.
uses. I know he uses it down there at camp when he runs that Gold Cube. I know he runs that little. He ended up getting a little 2-inch dredge while he was down there at camp too. I bought it off a buddy of mine. He brings that down. So.
Yeah, I seen him finding a little bit of gold up there at Lake Huron too, can do. And I mean, not as much as you find at Lake Superior, but you will find a couple pieces up there too, and some cool rocks.
Yeah, I think that's my problem. I get up there running gold and then stay up all night walking around looking for yoprolites or uprolites, however you pronounce it.
Yeah, I'd love to find me some of that.
I'd never get any sleep while I was up there.
Uperlites, yeah.
Have you been on the camp page lately and see the pictures I posted that rock that guy found this weekend?
No, I'll check it out though.
Dude, the garnets in that rock were the size of my thumbnail. They were huge.
Wow.
And they were still in the host rock and everything. So that was pretty cool. And he found that right there in camp. He wasn't running. He found it right there in camp, right behind the cleanup building.
Yeah, there's a garnet mine down there in North Carolina. Scott Sharp went down to it, and he found some nice chunkers, man, with host rock and all that. You know,
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I got one of them around here somewhere. I'm gonna have to find it though.
Yeah,
Like
I know
they
find some pretty good sized ones down at Alabama Gold Camp too. You know, about the size of a dime and things like that. They're nice sized garnets down there. They're oh, there we go. I lost my camera again. See, I didn't move the little cursor around like you told me to, and the camera went black again.
Something with StreamYard all of a sudden. It's weird.
Right.
At least for me, anyway. Seems to be doing it for you too.
Yeah. At least it comes up with a window that says, your camera has been shut off. No, I didn't. You know,
I did not touch the buttons.
Yeah, all this technology thinks it's smarter than you are and wants to do things for you that don't need done. You know. So
AI is going to rule the world soon.
Yeah. Some of you guys jump in there and see how many people I can get on this thing at once. I don't know how many I can even get on here at one time.
If you don't have the pro package, you can get 6 people up there.
You can get 6 without
the pro package. When you have the package, I think it's $20 a month. You can have 10.
No kidding. Cool. So I changed the timeout to none on the computer itself. So it's the computer doing it and not StreamYard doing it. Okay. I get off of here. I'll go in there and go into the settings and do all that stuff then. So it's timing itself out on the computer. Thank you, Mrs. Candu. Appreciate it.
Yeah. My phone has an hour on it. Yeah. I set it to that, and there's not one that says none, but it still shuts off after about 20 minutes. If I don't if I don't touch a button, touch the screen, it'll shut off the camera one.
Well, I'm not very technologically advanced, so it's going to take me 2 hours to find my settings to change it anyway.
You're not savvy, Jim. You're not technologically savvy.
You know, if I had my way, I'd still be running a Farmall H and a Farmall M on the farm. You know, all these newfangled tractors and everything confuse me. Too many buttons.
Right. Well, I'm gonna jump off, Jim. It was cool coming up and seeing you on your live, man. But I'm gonna have to take off. All right.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Hey, thanks for coaching me through this and everything. Because like that, that's the first time I've ever added anybody in or known how to do it and everything. So I appreciate helping me.
I help you any way I can, and hope to see you mid October, man.
All right, bud. I'll see you then, hopefully, and I'll be back on here next Tuesday night. Hopefully, I won't be as boring. I'll actually bring some shit to show and everything from camp.
It's not boring, man.
Yeah,
it's always good to get together and shoot the shit, bro.
Right.
Yeah. So, Mrs. Candu, good seeing you. Candu, Lewis S, Luke Duke. You guys have a great night. And I'll see you all later. Take care.
This thing's
See you, Jim.
tripping out and shutting everything off.
Is it getting hot? Maybe. All right, guys, be good. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I bet my battery's getting dead. This computer's got a bad battery on it. So.
Oh yeah, that sucks. Mine does too. If you unplug it, it goes off in like 10 minutes. All right, guys, you be good. I'll see you.
All right, you too, man. I'll
Jim.
talk to you later. Thanks a lot. Hey,
You got it.
Hey, everybody, this camera and everything's not hooking up right and everything. I think my battery's about to puke on me, so it needs to be plugged in. So I'm going to get out of here and talk to y'all later. Thanks for showing up and chatting and saying hi and just listen to me flap my gums for about an hour or so. And I will talk to you all later, man. So
see you guys.
See
Bye, everyone.
Just can do. Thanks for coming by. Lewis S., appreciate it. PA, thank you for being on the broadcast and helping me out. But yeah, I'm looking at my battery on this thing and it's about to shut off. So I will catch y'all later on. See you next Tuesday. Later. I'm out.